What's up, guys?
Some people.
We're back at it again. Hope everybody had a happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. I said it backwards.
I said it backwards. You said it backwards.
He's finna say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we was at home for Christmas, and then we went out on the road. We only went to Springfield, where I met two guys that follow my YouTube. I called one of them name, the other one I didn't catch his name. One of them was Dylan. What's up, Dylan? He asked me to make a video on becoming a trainer, so I'm gonna make two videos, one on becoming an instructor and one on becoming a trainer. But after we left Springfield, we went back home for New Year's, and now we're back out on the road. So starting New Year's off right, we're out here running, and we're back at it again. It's been raining like crazy, but it's not snowing, so that's a plus. Headed to pick up a load right now. Well, we're not headed, it's nighttime. We're going to work, we're picking up. We pick up in the morning, so we'll be there tonight, probably around 11 o'clock, somewhere close by, parking, pick up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be able to rest tonight and get back at it in the morning. But I'm gonna try to make these two videos for you tonight, try to keep them somewhat short, hopefully. So the first video is gonna be, so you want to become an instructor or train somebody as a PSD phase at Prime. I mean, I guess you don't have to be at Prime, you can be at whatever company you want to be at. And you're thinking about becoming a instructor to teach somebody how to shift and drive and stuff. All right, so I made up pretty much 10 questions you should ask yourself. So these are things that you want to ask yourself before you consider becoming an instructor. So let's run through them. Number one, do you know how to shift and drive a truck good enough to teach others? Pretty much meaning, can you drive, or have you been driving long enough to be able to explain to somebody brand new how to shift, the proper way to drive, the laws of driving that go along with CDL, having a CDL, and things of that nature. Make sure you're up to par with yourself before you can try to teach somebody else. Number two, do you know the pre-trip off the top of your head? When you have to be a PSD instructor at Prime or something, you need to know that pre-trip, because there's a lot of different parts and a certain way to say it that those testers want to hear it. So if you know the exact way that they want to hear it, that's the way you need to be able to teach it. But you need to be able to say it off the top of your head and not looking at a paper, so you be able to teach it. Because you can't be standing out there trying to look up the parts while your student don't know it and teach them how to say it. So make sure you know the pre-trip good before you try to teach somebody else. Number three, do you know how to explain RPMs and shifting ranges? This includes up and down shifting, flat and mountain grade. There's a difference between all of that. So make sure you know what RPMs you're supposed to be shifting at, because Prime is different from other companies. They want you shifting at a certain shifting range before you go to the next gear. And that's for upshifting. For downshifting, do you know what RPMs you want to downshift? Do you know how to downshift? And for mountain grades and flat ground and mountain grades is two different ways of downshifting. You shift at different RPMs or different ranges when you're on flat ground than you're on a mountain grade. You need to know how to be able to teach that to your student. Number four, are you prepared to sit in the passenger seat for 11 hours a day or up to 11 hours a day while the student is driving? Because you have to be in that passenger seat while that other student is driving, because they only have a permit. They're not legally allowed to be driving that truck while you're in the back. You can't go in the back and be asleep or go making a sandwich or something. You need to be watching them at all times in case anything happens. And it gets pretty boring, let me tell you. You're sitting up here, it's boring sitting in this passenger seat. You get sleepy, you get tired. So make sure you're prepared to be sitting there, because you have to. Number five, can you teach backing and logbook? Do you know how to back up yourself? Do you know how to tell somebody how to turn the wheel this way or that way, depending on which way the tail end of that trailer is going? You got to be able to teach them opposite turning and just pretty much different aspects of backing. And logbook, they're brand new, they don't know what a logbook is. Do you know how to teach them your 14 hours, 11 hours, your 70 hours, your 8-hour break. And then you break that down and teach them what each one means and how to do it, because they need to know how to work a logbook. Number 6, are you patient? You got to be patient with these guys. You can't be somebody that's always in a hurry and get aggravated or something really quick, because you're going to have people with different learning levels. Some will catch on fast, some won't catch on at all. You're going to have brand new people that's 21, 22 that might not have been driving a car 2 years, 1 year, let alone they're in a truck trying to drive an 80,000 pound missile. So you got to be patient. Number 7, are you prepared to teach different / races, religions, ages, genders, etc.? Pretty much, Jose is Hispanic, I'm black and white. We're different races. I don't know his religion, he don't know my religion or something. Said we're brand new, different ages. Jose might be a girl, I might be a guy. He's a guy though. Etc. You catch my drift? I've had students that was like in their 50s. I had students that was 22, 23. You got to be able to know how to talk to somebody at different ages. Me and Jose, stay on the road, Jose. We're gonna get along on a different level than, say, me and one of my students that's 55 years old. We got different things in common, pretty much. I mean, I've got along with all my students, but you got to know how to be able to talk to these different people, because they come from a different area in life. They're brought up a different way. They're just different. When it comes to races, I've taught all kinds of different races and ethnicities, from African, Haitian, what is it, Jamaican, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, white, black, everybody. So you got to be prepared to have a different type of person in your truck than just you. Whatever your race, religion, sex, age is, it's not going to be the same. And also, to go along with that, when you help them with food and essentials, because they get a minimum of $200 during the PSD phase. And you don't know what type of struggle somebody's going through. Prime tells you don't send that money home, but back when I was going through the phase, I had to send that money home. I had a family to take care of. So I would only be able to keep like $40 for the week to eat on, which wouldn't get me far. But luckily my instructor had a refrigerator and a microwave, so I would buy sandwich meat and sandwiches, and I just eat that all week. So are you prepared to help them with food and, say, shower essentials or something? Because I mean, you got to help these guys out sometime. You can't just expect them to be able to make it right out, flat out the gate. They're not gonna make the money you making, so just be prepared. Are you prepared for that? Number 8. Are you ready for them to possibly mess up your truck? You gotta remember, these are brand new guys. They don't know how to shift. They don't know anything about the truck. They might not shift right, grinding gears and stuff, which ain't a real big deal. I mean, you can get them within the first week shifting okay, but they might take a turn too soon and hit something because you wasn't watching, or back into something, or take off really fast, stall your truck out, or stop really hard. Just a bunch of different things, anything that can mess up your truck. Are you prepared for that? Number 9.
What does that rely on?
Huh?
What does that rely on? Trainer?
On the trainer.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's a company truck, then if it's a company truck, then you don't worry about it. I mean, it's not your truck. I mean, you still don't want your truck messed up. Number 9, can you teach how to read a map and not depend on a GPS? You got a lot of guys out here nowadays that they don't even know the map. All they use is GPS. You need, during the PSD phase, you need to teach them the highway systems, how to read a map, so they know they don't have to depend on the GPS. Matter of fact, you need to teach them to drive without that GPS starting out up until a certain point before you even introduce them to the GPS. They don't need to be following that GPS all the time. They need to know how to pay attention to the highway. If they're changing multiple highways in one day, they need to know how to be able to spot the highway, read the mile markers, and know where they're gonna exit, know what highways change, different things of that nature, but they need to know how to read them out. Number 10, are you prepared to do everything for them? Because basically you have to teach them from scratch. You're gonna have to do everything. So you gotta keep track of logbooks, you gotta pay attention to their backing if you have them backing. You gotta be teaching them how to upshift, downshift, mountain grades, all of that. They're gonna be trying to do the paperwork, learn the qualcomm. You gotta take them to take a shower. You gotta teach them how to fuel. If you're flatbed, you gotta teach them how to load the load, unload the load. Even if you're reefer, you gotta do that too. If you're reefer, you gotta teach them how to slide your tandems on the trailer and distribute the weight. Even on flatbed, we slide our tandem sometime. You gotta teach them how to do that, distribute the weight. You gotta teach them everything there is to know about trucking from scratch. So are you prepared to do that? And that's 10 questions. That's the 10 questions I come up with to ask yourself if you want to become an instructor. Hope you guys can take something from that. I mean, it's so many other questions you need to ask yourself, but that's just 10 I can think of off my head real quick to throw at you. But also I got something else for you guys. If you're looking to come to Prime, I'm gonna drop my recruiter's info. I'm gonna put her name and her number up here so you can hit her up. Just give her my name. She know who I am. If you want to refer me or say I referred you, then you can do that, and she'll get you taken care of, everything you need to know, get you set up for orientation. Boom, you'll be in here. Get in with an instructor, get in with a trainer. One day you can become an instructor, one day you can become a trainer. I went through the PSC phase. It's a cycle. Everybody, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, that's fine too. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching as always. Jose, take us out.
Watch that road. There's a car right here.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys on the next video. He's driving. I don't want to mess with him no more.